A train wrapped to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures flow. Web3 wonders, chain reactors on the scene.
Mega GMs, guys, welcome to the Swarm Report. Hey, it's the Friday edition. That means today we're diving into prediction markets and the virtuals ecosystem. And today we have a really special guest coming up in the second hour. We have WachAI joining us here with some really awesome news for you Swarm stakers out there. And we'll get into project updates with them too. Those boys been cooking like nonstop. Those guys are great. Today's episode also powered by PredictBase, the decentralized prediction market platform on Base, powered by that beautiful Predi token that's looking pretty interesting right now, too. We'll pull that up in a bit here. But also the incredible Predi bot, right? Make your markets, bet on your markets there. Let's throw them up on the screen because I want to make sure you guys are giving them a follow here, too. But I'll tell you what, too, while I bring that up, the thing I'm most excited for on Fridays, you're looking at him right now if you're catching the stream, it's my special guest co-host, my good friend, Cats Fanatic.
Welcome. Yo, GM guys.
It's good to see you, man. Let me throw you up on the screen here too. But dude, really big week. We were saying it just before we went live. Big week in prediction markets. You see it probably in the title or thumbnail. I mean, man, prediction markets, they were already mainstream, right? They really went mainstream a year ago during the election cycle, right? But this week, kind of out of nowhere, and I actually didn't believe it at first, South Park had a whole episode that featured prediction markets. And so I saw it on X, and again, it's so weird, so unexpected that I thought it was fake. In fact, like Kat sent me a message. He's like, you see the prediction market thing, the South Park? I'm like, dude, that's fake, right? I'm like, so I saw Farouk tweeted, it's fake. And a few hours later, I see more people tweeting it and more and more and more. And I'm like, holy shit, it's not fake. It's actually real. What a freaking cool treat that was. I'm going to show that. I actually have the full episode. Whatever. I don't know if that's okay to link to, but I'm gonna drop it in the chat in case you guys haven't seen it. I don't think I can play it live, but we're gonna get into that too. So much to do. Cats Fanatic on the screen. Give him a follow there. It's Cats Fanatic OG. By the way, we're live on Spaces as well, guys. If you want to come chat, come over to my account here, Hudah_idiot. Join the Spaces. You guys come up and chat during the show. We're going to keep today moving pretty quickly because we do have a lot to talk about. And again, WachAI comes up in the second hour. So we're going to keep this moving quick. Probably the better time to get up and chat is when the WachAI guys are here, right? We'll hear their updates. We'll talk about the news here for you guys today. But let's get to some virtuals talk at that point too and start speculating on, Genesis V3. Whatever we're going to call it, if it is even is Genesis at that point. Also, guys, follow the Swarm_AI. Definitely go follow SlamAI_XYZ. This is where all the momentum is going to start heading, and it's starting now, right? But our, rebirth, our evolution of CryptoSlam as not the NFT company, but as the, data powerhouse that's going to fuel these AI systems is happening here, and it's coming now. So make sure you're following there and hop over as well to SlamAI.xyz. And go check out the light paper there, man. There's some spicy stuff. Drop King, by the way, good morning. Mufasa, good morning. Hoods, great to see you, brother. Dead Polaroid, our good friend Dead is here. Always a treat to see him. Let's get to it, fam. Oh, damn, there was a spoiler there. Okay, so again, South Park episode on prediction markets. It was so cool because there were prediction markets set up about the show about prediction markets. And are they going to say poly market? Are they going to say Kalshi? We should even pull it up. But again, a whole prediction market around what they'll say, what they won't say. How do you beat it? And if you're trying to get people to understand prediction markets, what a perfect way to do it. Let them see it live. Let them find out there were markets around the show. And I think prediction market is such an easy thing to click. Do you think, Cass, first off, did you see the episode?
I honestly have not seen it yet.
it's worth it. And they're so short too. 20
Yeah.
minutes. I'll send you this link after too. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Anybody who did not see, dude, it's so worth it. Right, 20 minutes long. It's funny as shit. And I say this: send it to your normie friends. Right, like some of this stuff, in crypto is so complicated. It's really hard to understand. I'm not sending them most of this stuff, like just ever. But this episode, I will. And I'll send him Polymarket. I'll send him PredictBase. I'll send him Calcium. I'll say, dude, check it out. Like, understand what this is, because you don't have to be a crypto bro to do this. You don't. You can just have your topic that you're interested in. You can find anything that you have an edge in and just go throw a buck at it. Right? It's not. And when somebody gets their first win, they're hooked. That's how I look at it. They get their first win, or they find their first topic and they see somebody else with a big win. They're like, well, why wouldn't that be me? Why wouldn't I play this? Right? Most normie accessible thing we have in crypto, I think.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching it after. This is finally my day off of real world, so I get to dive into all my fun stuff. So, but I was telling you this past week, I was actually talking to one of my normie friends who's like crypto adjacent. He's at least open and kind of aware, but doesn't really dig into it. But he's been big in sports gambling for a long time, and does DFS and stuff. And I was telling you, like, he actually has stopped gambling, like on the online sports books in Florida, because of the tax laws that they changed specifically in the state of Florida. And so he's like, there's not even any point right now because of how they did the tax laws. So I was explaining him prediction markets, and he'd never even heard the term, right? But when I explained it to him, he was like, oh, I'll definitely do that. And so there's such, nobody knows about this yet, kind of outside of crypto, and it's got so much potential. That's why we keep harping on it. And for me, again, people are accustomed to Coinbase. Even normies are accustomed to Coinbase. Like, that's like kind of socially acceptable, right? And so with Base app, like, so I've tried this, right? Because I have Base app, and you have such easy onboarding of taking money from Coinbase directly into your Base app wallet, having that USDC readily available, and then betting on PredictBase. Like, that's the whole bullishness of all this that I see coming over this next year, is just that ease of onboarding for normies. And so, yes, there are monsters out there right now, Polymarket and Kalshi, and even Myriad Market's doing awesome. Limitless is really big on Base right now with crypto and stock prices. But, the bigger, broader picture is so bullish. So I'm excited.
Dude, I'll show you why too. By the way, do you think the term prediction market matters? Like, if we call it that, and if that like makes sense to a normie? Because I saw, maybe it was ICO Beast mentioned, we're just going to start calling it markets. We're going to drop the prediction thing. Like, sometimes the terms matter. Like in Bitcoin, people didn't like ordinals. It's a tough sell, and runes is a tough sell, as opposed to meme coin, Bitcoin meme coin, or something like that. Do you think prediction market's fine?
I mean, maybe I don't know. I should ask normie people, because I think it's still fine. Because again, you're predicting something. Like, it makes sense. Because otherwise, like, what kind of market is it? Like, is it a supermarket? Is it a stock market? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it needs some sort of label, because there's a million markets. So,
dude, somebody's got an opportunity. I should do it. Somebody's got an opportunity to do like a Rasmus style video and go out in public and have a sign up there and just like ask normies, interview them, but ask them, have you ever heard of a prediction market? Would you bet on one? And then like find a way to set up a market live there. Maybe it's cool to do that with like PredictBase. Walk people through setting up like a wallet through Banker, or do you need to set it up through PredictBot here still? I still haven't done that process. I should.
It'd be through PredictBot.
So walk somebody through setting it up and making a bet on it. And if you could do a poll, we'll get to polls. They end in 24 hours. If you could do one where it would end quickly while they're there, would be awesome, right? But there's a cool content opportunity there. Check this out though. Like, we talk about the excitement here. And man, we see it because everybody's talking about it on X, but man, when you see it in the numbers, it hits a little different here. We're looking over on Dune at weekly prediction market transactions. Guys, this past week, we hit an all-time high. All-time high transactions blew away what we saw during the elections. And that was a time where they literally on CNN were showing Polymarket, right? And even over the past few months, we learned that Eric Trump Jr. or Don Jr., right, joined Polymarket as an advisor, right? So all these little growth milestones have happened, but it's right here, right now that we're actually seeing it pay off all-time high. And this feels like it's like a little blip compared to where it's going to be, you know, a year or two from now. So, you know, monster stats out there. Prediction market users climbing, not all-time high, but absolutely starting to climb here. And I would bet that we're going to see actually, it might make a good market, but I would bet we see an all-time high in users coming up here soon. It looks like that doesn't count Kalshi right now either. So maybe it is at an all-time high if we're counting Kalshi in those numbers, but clearly you see growth. And then prediction market notional volume, which is like the size of the bets too. It's not just like the actual dollars, but the size of the bet, you know, with leverage. Not at all-time high, but you can just see it ramping up week over week here. So it's starting to look, man, like really, really spicy. And then the growth is happening just everywhere, right? We have Prize Picks getting into prediction markets too. And of course they are. Of course they are. Everybody's going to get into prediction markets. There's some behind the scenes that some people know about, some big names you're familiar with already who are going to get into prediction markets too. Some of that will be surprising, but it's coming. And then I wanted to put on your guys' radar too. I think this is super interesting, but Future.fun. Have you seen this platform, Katz?
I have not seen that one yet.
I think it's now something I got to add to my tools, right? When I'm looking at prediction markets, it's a site that tracks the people who play prediction markets. So it's scoring the traders here. And you see their win rate, and you see if they're like smart traders versus maybe not so smart. And you see the types of things they bet on. This is now going to be one of my daily stops now. It's just following the best traders on, I think very specifically Polymarket here. I imagine it branches out here. And I think at some point they actually have markets on the site itself here too. But again, a way to follow the best traders and copy trade, or at least learn their game theory. I mean, come on.
So are there trades on there?
Not yet.
I was gonna say, I don't see any way of seeing what they're actually trading.
I think if you click in their profile, you might get that breakdown of like the actual bets. You see their win loss. You see, you know, broken down by, you see their portfolio. Do we see their actual, the markets they bet on?
Because if I can't copy trade it, it doesn't do me any good. Like, yay, good for you. You're awesome.
Now, maybe you can go, and I don't know, maybe you can go over to Polymarket and click on the username, and maybe you see it from there, maybe. But yeah, I don't see it on site.
I mean, it's on chain, so you could find it somewhere, but
yeah,
make it easy for me.
Cool tool though. Like I'm paying attention now for sure, right? And again, just opportunities everywhere. Playing the markets, yes, but these token launches, and why I'm excited about Predi is there's so much upside on these. Limitless has got a campaign, or actually like a what is it, pre-sale on Cato right now. I think they've raised like $20 million for this token. It's something ridiculous. So opportunities there, right? Getting in tokens, whether it's a pre-sale or finding them low, right? Those opportunities, and then of course, you know, betting on these markets. And Easy is really like leading the charge here as far as content and talking about these markets and sharing his bets he's making. And I love when you can trade the odds, which is what he's doing here, right? He's just finding things that, you know, at certain points during live events, those odds will swing wildly and sometimes like really, really heavily in your favor. I'm not going to dive into his bet here, but just to show those opportunities are there. I think he 3x, 4x money in like within a couple minutes, just because of the opportunity that presented during a live event. So pretty damn cool, man. I'm kind of smitten by it all. Let's do some PredictBase. I'm excited with some updates they got and some bets I'm seeing on the platform. Of course, the polls, but where's my little, hang on. Where's my, I got to do my video, dude. I love the thing. Hang on. Where's my PredictBase video? Dude, I'm going to be bummed if I lost this thing. I got it. All right, guys. PredictBase loading.
Set it, forget it, predict it, PredictBase. Conviction is giving a bet it all right now.
Such a nerd. I love that. Yeah,
Let's go.
Love it. Dude, okay. The volume is starting to come to PredictBase. Right. And I'm still waiting for that moment. There's going to be an explosive moment. It's coming. I feel it. I know it. But seeing some markets that are already on the platform that has, I mean, the numbers are there. You can make money here. We've got a market here. This is soccer, football, whatever you call it. But $7,500 in that market means you're going to make money on that thing. If you make the right bet there, you're going to make money. The person who created the market, $76 for launching that thing. Right. You're earning a percentage of the volume there is just like a reward as a fee for you, which, I mean, how do you can't beat that, dude. You can't beat it for putting out a spicy market and then, you know, earning in the meantime, which is just awesome. Guys winning on these meme coin bets too. And I like these kind of bets right now, right? These are other sports bets, but some people are putting up token markets, right? Will we reach this price by the end of the week, right? I did one for Kongs, but people are making money at 916x, 1000x here. There's a lot
Those
of
are the
plays to
those are
make.
the bets I love to catch. Because like I know nothing about either any of those teams, right? But if you see odds like that, you're like, dude, I'll put $1 down and win $91.
That's dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So what we're looking at, there was an option for both teams to win this match, but there was also a draw option. Again, if you pick that 916x, somebody picked it, somebody won. I mean, turn your $1 into 900 something. Wild. And we're looking at another example too. Same thing. Draw was an option. Draw hit. Somebody 1000x their money in that market. Just, I mean, wild. And it's where you start seeing how appealing it would be to somebody who knows that stuff, but again, not in crypto. Well, you can be now, and it's a very easy thing to do. So I love that. The thing that I'm really starting to dig, though, and this is relatively new on PredictBase, which is polls, right? It's still a market, but I don't know. There's something about it that I like that style. I want markets that finish fast. I've said that before. It's why I'm excited for odds to come to this platform, and I think they're coming soon. It's just a hunch. I don't know, but I think. But while those aren't there, right, where you can just kind of trade throughout the day, these 24-hour polls, I think, are awesome. I think it's a great way to set up some markets and start fine-tuning your skills at creating them. But it's also, I think, they're fun and easy to bet on. And we'll look at a couple of those. But TLDR, I think I saw a poll, pineapple on pizza, right? Basically, yes, no, right? It's fun. It's just a fun little thing. It's a passive way to just make some money, and you're not always going to win. Of course, it's gambling, right? But just a fun way to I don't know, pass some time here and play in this sector that is just going to explode.
So on the polls, right? Here's the thing. Everybody's going to bet in the last 30 seconds, right? Because you're going to go in hard on your side to win the bet. The thing that gets spicy about it is, as that timer's clicking down, you don't know if somebody's coming in heavier on the other side, right? Like that's kind of the gamification of the poll side. Because I mean, I've seen some of the feedback like, oh, just like right now, there's who's the king, Elvis or Michael Jackson, right? Well, if you like King of Pop is winning right now, but if you want to put King of Rock and Roll in heavy at the end, well, you can win the bet. But if somebody comes in heavier on the Michael Jackson side, right, as you're doing it in the last few seconds, it's fun. It's just gamification right now, like you said, while we're waiting for live odds.
Yeah, and that's where you can find an opportunity too. So that exact market you're talking about, that poll, it's just got one person who's bet it, right? Nobody else, just the guy who launched it, I'm assuming, is the only person betting on it. Look, he's farming fees on the platform. If people do bet, he's going to earn those fees. Do you get a reward for launching the market, like even like one Predi, or do you know if they're giving anything for that?
I don't know about that. I haven't actually tried it yet.
But just to show, I mean, this is somebody who clearly is just like farming rewards on the platform, farming that volume if it comes. And you can really mitigate your risks too. You can, like, if you've made a bad bet, you can play the other side and you might be able to cover your losses. I kind of did that this week. There was a market about what I think it was Agent Zero. See if I can pull it up. There was an Agent Zero while it was live on virtuals. And I think it was at tier 2 at that moment. And the bet was, maybe it wasn't there. Maybe the market went up when it was still tier 1, but the bet was, does it finish tier 2? And you could pick tier 1, tier 3, or tier 2. I think let me pull it up so I have it exact. But point there is, I bet that it was tier 3. Actually, I'm going to run this scenario by you guys because I want to know if you think it's kosher or not. Because I gamed the game, and it's an look at this market. There's a poll for a threesome, 2 guys, 1 girl, 2 girls, 1 guy, and it had some volume, $315 there. Whatever tickles your pickle, I guess, right? All right, let me pull up the ground zero one. Here we go. Okay, it was does it graduate tier 2 on virtuals? It's a yes or no, right? I picked no. I actually really did think ground zero was going to get to tier 3, so I was assuming I would win that. As it got closer to the end, I'm like, oh shit, all right, I'm losing money on this bet. It's not going tier 3. Tell you what, there is an interesting little play on PredictBase right now. Again, I don't know if it's right or wrong to do, but look, these things complete on virtuals. The markets don't complete on PredictBase right then. They actually complete maybe a little later, maybe 10 minutes, 20. I don't know the exact timing. All I know is the answer before the market closes, so you can come in at the end and bet on the yes that it graduates tier 2, and you win the bet. And so I did that, and I threw 50 cents at it. Wait, no, actually, I think I threw $10 at it. Let me double check. Uh,
I hope you put more than 10 cents. Like, so to answer your question, yes, it's kosher because again, you're paying attention. To me, a common theme of what we're going to be talking about, just in general in virtuals, is if you're engaged and you're paying attention, you reap the rewards of getting to take advantage of opportunities. That's my opinion on it. So
I think that's right. And the game is it's a game, right? You have to learn how to get an edge in the game. And so, like with that said, yeah, again, maybe it's a gray area. I think no, it's part of the game. I'm playing in the rules of the system. So I want to say I bet $20 that it finishes tier 2. I knew I lost the bet. Came in here when we already had the answer. Market wasn't resolved through 14. I think that's all I had in my wallet at that point. Through 14 on yes, knowing I would win. Walked away with an extra $4 or $5. So, my loss wasn't that full 20. It was like $16. But if I had more money, I could have put it all there and had no loss at all. Actually, probably would have finished up. So, man, so many ways to play this stuff. And you should be playing it. You should be. Katz, do you have any markets in mind for this week that you're going to launch?
I don't. I was like the community feedback. My market from last week obviously didn't pan out because we're not live yet. But
what was that market?
Or actually, was that the? I gotta go back and look now. I do so many of them.
I got a couple I'm thinking of.
I think it was the ACP one again, right? Or was it?
Was it like ACP?
Oh no. It was the V3. If V3 was coming out by this Friday.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you lost that? Like market was live, right? But did you pick it
up? Yeah. Well, I mean, I go both ways on every single one because I fund the liquidity. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying it didn't come to fruition. It was the answer, and it seems like that. Had I done it by the end of September, maybe that'd been even spicier, right? But
dude, yes. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm thinking I might do the a poll here. I've got a couple I'm debating between, and I'll throw out the few examples. Before I do that, I want to show PredictBase stats, right? Because the platform is looking just to me phenomenal. I'm over on base.slam.vision looking at PredictBase, and we're looking at like active wallets, returning wallets, lost wallets. We knew it was going to smash all-time highs this month. We could see early in the month where it was trending. And it is a record-setting month still with, 5 days to go in September. But active wallets, all-time high, 396. Previous all-time high for active wallets in a month was 299. Smashing that. We have so many more people on the platform now. Returning wallets, a wallet that comes and transact and also comes back again during the month. Also all-time high, 147. Previous was 102. New wallets, not all-time high. Not really close. 236 new wallets this month. All-time high there was 260. Now, lost wallets is actually what surprised me here, Katz. I just have this assumption, right? If the platform is growing, more people are there. I just don't. Not everybody's going to come back and make another bet or launch a market, whatever. I thought we would see a new high in lost wallets. We didn't, and we're actually not even close. So August, 197 lost wallets. This month, again, 5 days to go, but 137. So we're well off that. I don't think we hit an all-time high. And by the way, if it were not, it's not a bad metric. It's just, you just feel out, the user base, but people aren't leaving, dude. They're coming back and playing. So great to see that. Also transactions, all-time high, 7,600, interactions, all-time high, over 10,000, and then active contracts. This is where you can kind of feel out other platforms that are starting to integrate it or put maybe some automated trading pointing to the platform. Also all-time high here at 100 active contracts this month. So growth everywhere.
And again, that chart is going to go straight up when live odds happen.
Do we have any feel for that?
I don't. I mean, I don't know, but I know they're actively building it and pursuing it. So
yeah,
I'd be shocked if it didn't happen in this upcoming quarter.
Dude, yeah, and my guess is sooner rather than later. I'm not going to be surprised if it's like very soon. It's just a feel. I just go by my spidey sense. I go by the instinct, and I just have a feel. I'm also peeking at the Predi token, which I think is one of the most interesting bets out there right now. For a couple of reasons. Market's down right now, right? It's usually when you want to be buying. We've got just, dude, so much FUD out there, and the FUD is when the smart guys are buying. Right? You're buying when there's blood out there, and there is right now. So when I look at the Predi token and I see it sitting at that support level right now at a 2.4 mil market cap. This is literally the support level. It's it doesn't go below this level. It has dipped and it always recovers and maintains. And usually when the market picks up, it's up from there. So I'm using Copilot here, the Swarm Copilot. By the way, it's free to use. You should absolutely go grab it. Go to the Swarm_AI and look at the pinned tweet. Install Copilot. You get all these metrics here. I get to see the smart traders. And that's the first thing I look for, right? Is the smart money coming back in? Are the smart traders starting to load up here? And I didn't look at this ahead of time, so I don't know if they are, but this is what I'm watching. And I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to look for, clusters of smart, and it's this column here, the intelligence IQ column. I'm going to look for clusters of these high IQ traders coming back in and buying up their bags and their bags growing. And I can measure it all here at a glance. Again, I can see the good traders in the IQ column. I can see the size of their bags in the mass column, and you can hover and actually see the dollar amount. And I'm watching. And I have a feeling it's going to play out exactly how I think you would expect to, Cats. I think we're going to see that money come back, and I think there's going to be some big bets made over here. And then personally, yeah, I hope I'm one of them, right? If I were very liquid, this is one of those. It's one of the main coins I would be playing right now.
So on Predi, like obviously, PrediBot plays a huge role in this. I put out a big tweet last night about it, but like if you all didn't see Ethermage's response to me yesterday, so I put on, Ethermage put out all this stuff because all the Butler stuff came out yesterday, and I actually really like it. It's so much better than the Butler website. But I specifically asked, like, hey, when can I use the Butler to get insights from like Billy Betts? Maybe place sports bets on Bookie. And if the odds are better on like a sports book or a prediction market through PrediBot, right? And he told me in 2 weeks, probably in 2 weeks, right? So to me, this is a big unlock because again, we want volume on PrediBot. We want PrediBot used. ACP is going to help that. I know not everybody's using ACP yet, but this Twitter integration really will help that. I found it so much better user experience being able to DM Butler and have like a conversation than any interaction I've ever had with ACP so far. And so it's an improvement. Is it perfect yet? Of course not, right? They're building this, but watching big user experience improvements is really bullish. And so whenever ACP is really rolling and people are used to using X, people have to get used to having a wallet on X. And yes, BankerBot's already great for this, right? But we need more info than just trading stuff with BankerBot, right? I want to be able to ask, hey, where's the best odds on this? What's the best bet I can make this week? And Billy will tell me that, right? Eventually. And then I can say, well, where do I get the best odds? Maybe I get great odds on Bookie, but maybe Bookie doesn't have as good odds as because prediction markets are going to be different, especially when live odds go. And so all that volume is going to the fees that are generated from PrediBot through all that, 25% of those fees go back to buyback and burn, right? So as volume picks up, we're going to be burning Predi. Like people are not wrapping their heads around the implications of that. And so we get in full, bullish mode again. Like you said, we're at support. This is the time to accumulate.
Dude, exactly that. This is a good segue into, it's awesome seeing, was it Ethermage or Everything Empty that replied to you? Let me pull that back up.
Yeah.
Dude, their engagement is, they're really stepping it up, which is so cool to see. But that reply is awesome. Again,
yeah, one more point. You were talking about Everything Empty, though. He actually made a point about Facey yesterday with like the prediction markets, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't we keep it in the virtuals ecosystem? Like, what if Facey was verifying information on prediction markets with PredictBase? Really cool stuff coming with prediction markets. Like there's so much room for growth. It's people pay attention.
Yeah, dude, it's just that simple. Just pay attention. The opportunities are going to be just ridiculous. And like we said throughout, in so many ways, there's so many ways that you can, profit from it. There's just many angles where you could have an edge here. So I'm not going to do my poll live here, but I am curious. I would love some feedback here in the chat. So what I'm trying to find is what's the kind of prediction market that makes you go, you see plenty of them where you're like, okay, cool. I might peek and see how it finishes, but I'm not clicking the button. I'm not buying, right? Like, and I get that. I do that with most of them. And I do want to play in general more, but I want to start testing out what's the thing that gets people clicking. Like the pineapple one got people clicking, right? Just, I don't know what it is about stuff like that. It's not crypto focused. It's just like a thing people have a strong feeling about. So I'm like, do I make a poll about which do you think will have a higher, maybe like TVL, the CCM tokens on base or the ecosystem on base? And I'm thinking maybe like Zora, right? As people start farming base token, or do we think the pump fund CCM ecosystem will be bigger? So I'm like, there's an idea for a poll, and there's nothing exact. It's just asking people's opinion. I'm like, would they be more inclined to click that? Or are they more inclined to click something like who's the face of NFTs, Pudgy Penguins or Bored Apes, right? Or something more like the pineapple thing, which is like, and this is the one I'm probably going to do, and it's a stupid one, but right, Buffalo Wing Master Race, bone in or bone out, right? It's just something like that. Again, everybody's got their thing, and usually people have they're kind of as passionate as you can be about wings, but people have their thing. Is that the kind of bet that gets people throwing 50 cents, a buck, $5, whatever? I don't know. But that's the experiment. Again, if you throw in chat, I'm curious, which kind of bet are you more interested in? Like a crypto one that's more serious, or like a lightweight, easy, fun kind of market? There's no right answer, but something I'm curious about.
No, I think it's real world stuff. Like everybody has their interest in crypto, right? We all are interested in different things, but everybody's got an opinion on, food or whatever, I think those are way more fun. Because
Dude,
it brings people out of the bubble into real life. Like we're all real people at the end of the day. We all have interest outside of crypto, and we all got opinions on stuff we interact with every day. So I think that's the way to go.
yeah. Crypto Ace mostly bets on sports. Those are the ones that are doing the best on PredictBase right now too. So it checks. Maybe another fun idea. Again, just always thinking of kind of content. Just asking normies like to launch a market, walking them through, maybe doing it for them. And if you could follow up with them the next day and share whatever the rewards are with them too, something like that. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do, but I just want to put this in front of, again, just normies. All right. Perfect timing to start talking virtuals updates, and some Genesis launches. And I'll say this, there's a couple new launches on the Genesis board that I think just popped up overnight here. And they actually look kind of interesting. We'll kick it off with Tycoon, which I think succeeded here. Well, obviously succeeded, but I think it just came to an end. Let's peek at that. No, I guess not quite yet. It's still live. We have about an hour and a half. Okay. So an hour and a half to go on Tycoon. It is tier 3. No surprise to anyone. So we're looking at a launch that's going to be around 1.6 mil, 1.7 mil FDV. So it's up there. And, looking at these recent launches, we're going to pull up whale intel.
I was gonna say, go back to the launch and just hover over it. It'll tell you exactly go to the target. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, 1.67 mil. I seen that right? Yeah, 1.67 mil. In this market, I mean, it's funny to say in this market kind of high. I mean, it's not, but also right now we're not seeing a lot get there or maintain there, right? So I'm going back and I'm looking at let's filter this. But looking at some of the recent launches here, Waveform is a big exception. That one's been amazing. But Spira and Fables, and where are these guys at? All of these are down. It's a bummer. It's a bummer because I think there's some good quality stuff there. Here, where are those guys? Fables. Yeah, at this point, that was a tier 3. You're down. And again, same with Spira. Those two are basically at the same level. Sunny is up. I think that ended up going tier 2, but you're basically even there. Waveform's crazy though. And there was some Waveform news actually. Somebody's really starting to accumulate that one. But yeah, you're a 4.5 or 4.25x on Waveform. Ground Zero again, tier 2, looking good. I think that's the sweet spot right now is tier 2s, and especially a tier 1. If you can get a good thing at tier 1, that's what you're trying to target. For me, I'm looking for those tier 2s. So Ground Zero, perfect. Laura completed. That got to, let's see what that got to. Tier.
Just go click on Laura. Like click on.
I hate that one, dude.
See, look, it actually hit tier 2.
Where do you see that, Cats?
Right under Laura. See, Genesis. Yep.
I wish that were front and center. Like I wish that were on the front page. But yeah, okay, tier 2. And dude, I won't even pull the chart. Just know that it's straight down. You're already down if you bet on that one. That I don't understand that. I don't know if it was a points burn, if it was just people like just spending them, but nothing about that looked good. I can't believe it made it to tier 2. some people just want to throw their points away, I guess. But whatever. Again, Tycoon will be tier 3. Now, Graham's key holder, and actually, I think anybody, right, who could get into the Graham pre-sale.
Correct. With this one, anybody could do it, but Graham's key holder's got a 33% multiplier, I think. They got a multiplier on their allocation.
Do you know what their lockup is?
Honestly, I don't.
Okay.
I didn't participate.
Okay. If anybody knows in the chat, I'm curious because on Tycoon, it's like, what, 29 days? So you got 3-ish weeks before you can sell. So they got in way cheaper, though. You're getting in at, again, 1.6 mil or so. They got in at 500K. So they got in at a third the price. If the lockup's the same, we got another conversation here, about should it work that way? Like Genesis should have the deal. They should have an edge somewhere, whether it's the lockup period or the value, the price you're buying in at. We got to find out with this one. There might not have been an edge for Genesis, but either way, GG's to them. We have the team on the show this week. They're freaking awesome. I think the platform is awesome. I think you're looking at a big winner. Maybe, I could kind of see an Aristotle kind of future for them. Although Aristotle's got like this really, that's kind of one of those potentially next level products. Tycoon, I could see it in a different way. Keep my eye on that one, man. It's interesting. Now, Chain Engineer. This popped up. Dude, correct me if I'm wrong. This wasn't there like 2 days ago, right? Chain Engineer?
I don't recall that one. Honestly, this is the first time I've seen it.
Okay. Sometimes I don't know if people can edit the name, and also when they add a video or picture, it just changes how it looks, and it can look brand new even if it's been there. But no, I'm like, I don't remember seeing the name.
I don't remember that one either.
Looks interesting, by the way, like as far as like the product, but anybody can just write things, right? So description looks solid. I go check out the accounts, and there's nothing there that makes me think this is anything other than a quick cash grab. Like nobody's following the account that I know. It's a brand new account launched in September. So I don't know, dude. If this one completes, I might start thinking there's like some fuckery going on in the virtuals ecosystem. And there will be. There always will be. This is like, it's decentralized. Anybody can launch stuff. But yeah, this came out of nowhere. I can't imagine it completes. Only 59 virtual committed so far. And it's very early. It's, only an hour in. But I don't know with this one. You would think you want to meet the community and actually share your project before you launch. So I'm going to watch that one. And if it completes, we'll know somebody else is gaming this platform for whatever their reasons are. Another new one on the board too. Again, we got Taika on there still, guys. I'm like 99% sure it's not going, right? That's going to go probably in a couple of weeks after we get Genesis updates. Mindshare, I'm still watching. This one's new too. And actually, Cats, I think this is a solid one to be watching for tier 2. Also new, right? I think it's new. Wave 3, Agentic Music, I think it's called.
Yeah, I actually saw Nick mention this too.
This one's really interesting. Like, this is like suddenly, guys, as of right now, I think the best looking product on the board, even if it's not a product that I think in the long run works. Hoods will love this, by the way. It's the team. It's just because of the team. So you're looking at a music platform. You plug in your Spotify, you plug in your Apple Music account. It tracks your listens. And there's like an XP reward system for doing that. Separately for artists, I think agentically it has ways to market your music and your content and you as an artist. Again, all that's interesting. Look, I just don't know if music and blockchain stuff works. I can see in the future it would or should, or it's still I'm a little like wishy-washy with that, but I get why people are trying there still. There's opportunities. But anyway, I go look at the team and I'm like, okay, well, that's why this is going to win. And again, I think you're looking at a solid tier 1, tier 2, and which means I think great play. Pulling up the team here on X.
While you're doing that, I got your answer. So the OCD for Graham for Tycoon is a 1 month lock, then 33% unlocked, and 67 linearly over the following 2 months. The green devlock for Genesis is 29 days, meaning so at 22 days Genesis can sell without penalties.
So you get to sell a little early if you're Genesis, and you can sell all your tokens as opposed to the Graham pre-sale. You get tokens basically a week later.
Yeah, a week later you get 33% of your tokens, and then it takes essentially 3 months to get them all.
Okay, I think that's fair. It's maybe I don't know if it's perfect, but it's fair enough where I'm like, okay,
yeah,
we'll allow it. The Wave 3 account I have up here, I'm just going to show you the mutuals, right? Because it matters. Followers that I know, Nick following, Einstein, I know from I think GVC, good guy. Don Johnson from Virtual's following, TMA's following, NFT Boys following, Yeti Max, great dude following, Goon's following. There we go. That's a good stamp of approval. Again, just somebody who's paying attention matters to me. Chronicle, awesome dude, is following. Dort's following.
Sorry,
Aleximo.
Goon, are you giving thumbs down about you or the project?
Yeah.
Goon was giving thumbs down.
Give a thumbs up or down on the project. Your feeling, your sentiment. Let's have a look.
Surely Goon's not fudding himself.
Yeah, right. No, Goon's great, dude. He's one of my favorite dudes out there. Let's see. I keep my eye on that. And while I'm doing that, also keep my eye on the team members. Again, the other thing I'm looking at is the team members. Are they capable? Do they have like a network? And it looks like they do. Nick Rains. I'm not familiar with the dude, but again, when I see those mutuals, it speaks highly of it. Crypto Leon, right? Following DGen News, Whale, like good quality followers. I'm like, there's something there. Milk Road's following. Steve Bark, right? Following Zagabond, following Easy. Like, it's just a lot of people. I'm like, okay, this guy's connected. Doesn't mean anything, but maybe it means a little. Maybe it means a little. And then the other guy on the team, Scar, whatever. Again, same exact thing. All the followers. So all of that, good vibes following him, right? Just like he's got him. So all of that I just put together. I primarily bet on the team if the product at least makes sense. If I think the product could work, and that's where I'm at with the product. Could work. I think it's fine. I'm interested. I'm not betting on the product in this case, though. I'm betting on the team and that they'll get this thing. They'll bring some motion to it. Once it's live, I'm going to put points to this, especially if I see it hanging around tier 1, tier 2. And if I'm feeling like other people aren't feeling it and they're not going to push it to tier 3, dude, I might go heavy on that one, right? Do you feel similar, Cats, as in sweet spot tier 2-ish in a product like that?
I mean, in general, the sweet spot's tier 2. Tier 3s very rarely make money as far as us, Now you want to have a great project and you want to be invested in it. But as far as Genesis, I mean, typically we actually lose money. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be tier 2 because what ends up happening, right? You get all of us supporting it and everybody's going to listen, when Nick puts out, stuff about it. And if they end up on the Will and Goon show and we're talking about it, like if the people who are invested in the actual ecosystem are talking about it, it's highly likely that's what everybody's going to put points into. So I don't know if it'll stay tier 2. If it does, that's where you go heavy though. Yeah.
And especially if it's tier 1, right? At tier 1, it's like
no way it'll be tier 1.
Play. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Goon, by the way, saying the chain engineer one is a scam. Yeah, it's it looks that way. Again, watch this one. Out of everything on the board right now, that's the target for best play out there. And of course, us saying that means the more we put that out there, the more likely it is to go to tier 3. But I have trouble seeing it go tier 3 in this market, right? Even good stuff, it's harder to get there. So that might be our play of the week coming up here. That's launching Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We might have the new virtuals Genesis at that. We might have the new mechanics. I'm really curious. So how are you feeling about that too, Cats? Do you think we're getting it next week? Probably be a good market too.
I mean, I don't know. Everything empty putting the September 30th date on the timeline and kind of the whole feeling around October and all that. I'm not saying it'll happen on September 30th, but I would be, it feels like, let's get this month over with and let's roll in October. So I wouldn't be surprised if that pops out for October, at some point next week, but who knows? I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
that feeling.
I'm with you time frame wise. If I'm a betting man, I think I would bet next week. I'm trying to find a tweet from, it might be Everything Empty. Let me see if I can find this, but I didn't love the tweet, even though it wasn't anything like very specific. It was,
while you're finding that though, at the same time, I will say I've done the Oops survey on the new Launchpad, and that I'm pretty sure that survey ends October 5th. So maybe those timelines don't add up, because if they're going to use the actual all the feedback from those surveys and it ends October 5th, maybe it's a little after that.
So yeah, okay. Even having a survey in the mix here, it kind of leans into the tweet I saw and that I just don't love. which is the tweet was basically saying something about the end of September, like has his best ideas or whatever, on a specific date or a specific time frame.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was
What was
September
it?
30th. Yeah.
My
There it
best
is.
idea always comes on the 30th of September. Last minute procrastination before golden Q4. Again, it's just a playful tweet, but I'm also like, are they just signaling that they still don't know what they're doing? That they're just kind of winging it? And again, I think they're taking it very serious, but I'm kind of like, I'm optimistic about the changes that are coming, and I'm also really worried about them. That it's a reaction to a thing that didn't work. That they're now having to scramble to compete with other launch pads that I think have got it dialed in, and I just don't know. I'm like less confident that they're going to knock it out of the park with this update. I don't know, man. It's comments like that make me think, okay, this isn't super well thought out, or maybe it is in a short time frame, but it wasn't thought out over a long period and like really refined, and it worries me. It worries me. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't dig that deep into it.
I'm overthinking it.
I see it as more like a troll move.
Okay.
For
That's
crypto
fair.
Twitter.
So then the oops surveys, again, it plays into this where I'm like, okay, again, if they're asking for feedback, I would hope they know. I love that they get feedback, by the way, right? I'm kind of wrestling with my thoughts here. It's like, I wish they knew exactly what needed to happen to fix the thing, and how I wish they were confident in their decisions and also their connections to really take this thing to the next level. But, again, it's good they're getting feedback. I don't know, dude. I mean, you can just tell I'm not feeling super optimistic about it. I wish it were in a better spot already. I think they now actually, here's maybe a bigger point. They used to do nothing but win, just great decision after great decision after great decision. They're on a really bad streak here of bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, right? ACP is not a bad decision, but maybe some of the execution was, maybe some of the promotion of it was. Clearly, Genesis V2 was. So they're kind of on a pretty long losing streak here. I think that's what's
Well, and since we're on this topic, I mean, the reality is there's more competition now than when they launched Genesis initially. And so you can't afford to continue to make bad decisions. And you can't afford to lose your community and all the people because there's just other places to go now. So I feel the sentiment. I feel you. I'm there with you.
Yeah, dude, Aerodrome all of a sudden came. The Aerodrome is, I think, what kicked them in the ass. I think that was when something
Especially
felt like a change.
because it's a competitor on base. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah, and they look like a monster. That syndicate token absolutely cooked, and I think still is looking great. I think they got another token that's being voted on now, or already has, right? So they've got their second token happening around now. I assume more to come. And then I saw a tweet maybe a day or two ago about from Cetify, I think it was, and they were trying to promote their platform and get CZ's attention, right? But sharing what they did and comparing it to virtuals, right? They were mostly just comparing the FTV of the token, right? The platform token, but they described how their launchpad works and how it rewards the teams, right? How they can raise funds from it and how it's a fair launch because, there's sniper protection, all kinds of things. I'm like, damn, they got it. They really have got that platform locked in. Again, it's just one of those things that has me worrying about virtuals, but we've also seen them win big. We've seen virtuals come out with the great ideas. We've seen they're very capable of it. And so maybe this is where I just lean in my faith in them that they're going to do it this time and get it right. I certainly hope so. What's the coolest cutie here, by the way? What's the coolest prediction markets you found till now? For me, and this is like honestly PredictBase because it's easy to use and it's the one I spent the most time on. So I'm putting most of my attention on PredictBase. And I really like the polls here. And my bet on them is that live odds come out. And when they're out, I'm sorry, all I'm going to be doing is trading there because I think that's so fun in DGen. So for me, PredictBase, I'll tell you what, I made my first bet on any other platform, right? I've been on Polymarket. I've never placed a bet. I've been on Kalshi, never placed a bet. VPN stuff is just like keeps me from doing it. But I went on Limitless and I actually placed a bet. So that was I don't know. It's the only time I've placed a bet outside of PredictBase. And it was one of those ones Kat's mentioned before, just betting on a token up above or below a certain price at the end of the hour. And I thought that was fun because it resolves in the hour, right? I get to find out if I made money that quick. And for doing content live, it's perfect. It gives you something to bet on and talk about, and then you get to see if you win during the show. It's perfect. So I made a bet there. I actually won. It was betting on the price of Sol, and this was last weekend, above or below like 240. and I won. So I made a bet over there, so that was fun. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to PredictBase with the live odds and new features and more volume coming there and betting on the Predi token. There's just so much upside here right now. So for me, that's the one.
NFT Cutie came back and said he meant prediction market agent. What other prediction market agent is there?
Yeah, what do we got? We got PrediBot. There's
But-
one other one out. There's a few.
I honestly don't know. Like I like researching other competitor things and like just feeling connected all over the place, even outside of virtuals. But I honestly don't know of an agent because now I've prediction markets. Like I actually like Myriad Market. It's on Abstract. I did a lot of stuff on Myriad Market before coming over to virtuals. But like, yeah, I mean, my call sheet issue is more all the KYC aspect of it. And personally, I am with you. I think PredictBase is the easiest, and having the PrediBot feature is just big for me. And like the creator fees, all of it makes like PredictBase makes the most sense to me. Once they get live odds, they have to get live odds, and then it becomes game on, right?
Yeah.
Because the user interface is great. Like Kalshi's interface is not great. It's really boring, just being honest. But I mean, again, they're a monster. Like Myriad Market's user interface is better. And so, they have everything there. Once they get live odds, then we have discussions. But I just don't know the other agents. And maybe it's just because I'm too plugged into virtuals, but PrediBot's the best prediction market agent I know of.
I'm with you. I gotta finally set that up. I've set it every week right now, but I need to set it up and then start using it through PrediBot here. Man, I was close to firing off this poll live. I might not get it live here, but yeah, again, I'm gonna set this up and maybe it gets no volume. I'm gonna bet on it, so there'll be some volume, which means you can definitely win on this one. But I'm gonna end up doing the Buffalo Wing Master Race poll, bone in or boneless. I need a good image, and Grok's not giving me. That's actually disgusting.
That is gross.
Dude, maybe I'll use that. It's so gross.
So you could even go like wing sauces and have, multiple options, more than just the two options. It'll make it spicier. You like that? Like
That's
that pun?
so gross, dude. Look at that. I think that's not even the right. Let me try if that'll work. That's disgusting though.
Anyway, it's almost time for whack. We got to stay on task here.
Oh, come on. I think I can get it, dude. Hang on. Okay, it's
Don't
fun to
use
see
that
live, so
image.
hang on. It's so gross looking.
Dude, don't use that image.
It'll get people's eyeballs. They'll stop and they'll actually click in it because it's so gnarly.
It's true.
But it's an experiment. Let's fucking try it. Let's pay with Predi. No, I want to pay USD.
CryptoSlam says use it.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I'm going to pay with Predi. Hang on, let me make sure I worded it right. And yes, by the way, WachAI is coming in the next like 4 minutes here. Buffalo Wing Master. There we go. Yeah, let's fucking do it. So this is a poll, ends in 24 hours. That is, it turns my stomach. And I can bet on this, right? Like, yeah, why not? Okay. Fee pay?
You can even use PrediBot on the polls too. If you have you have to have the poll number though. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're going. At least 2. I have to. Okay, there we go.
There you go. You're showing people how to do it.
Yeah. I'm not expecting much, but this is the thing. You never know. And it's just to see how easy it is, right? And this is something I can send the fam and just say, go vote. If you like, okay, not my kids, because you need to be 18 or 21 to do this stuff. But I will send it to my friends. The pineapple pizza one, I love that one, dude. Okay, you guys, are you pineapple or no? I love pineapple on pizza.
I'm team pineapple.
Yeah, yeah, boy. No, I used to not be. My wife's vegetarian, and she turned me onto that a while back, and I didn't like it at first, even when she'd have me try it. But dude, pineapple's the best. Obsessed with it. Pineapple and jalapeno, best, absolute best. Here, I'll drop this in the chat. It's live Buffalo Wing Master Race, bone in or boneless, and I'm probably gonna bet on one side of that. Maybe not both. Actually, is there a difference, Cats? A traditional market versus a poll, where you bet both sides to get the volume kind of there. Is it different on a poll?
I mean, there's not. again, I haven't explored it enough, just being honest. But there's not odds because again, anybody can just come in at the end and put more money in on the other side.
Yeah, good point here. Transaction failed because MetaMask sucks. Like just the worst.
Come on, man, you're fudding your what I don't even know what the token's gonna be. Is it gonna be mask? Is it gonna be Met? What is it gonna be?
Well, they're gonna make it worth my while, I hope, because it's all I
Okay.
use. It's garbage, dude. I'm gonna take that airdrop and I'm gonna send it immediately to Rabby or something. I'm fucking out. Cats, anything else going on in virtuals that's got your attention that you're excited for?
I mean, I'm excited to talk to the WAC guys. There's a lot going on there, and I I see such a spicy opportunity that we're gonna talk about.
Oh, in WAC, huh?
Yeah.
Let me get this queued up because they've got some updates. They always have updates. They always have them, dude. There's not a day that goes by where they're not at the very least active on X, like active, but almost every day they have some kind of update. They're very good at the marketing thing. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it at the pace they do. But damn near every day there's some kind of like really, really awesome update. And I'm gonna spoil it because it's out there already, but the reveal, guys, this is so cool. And again, I'm going to save most of the chat for when they're here, but this is, been a kind of a long time coming. It's kind of cool to think back to how the space was when this originated. Again, we'll cover that once they're live, but that's kind of it. There's a whack token drop coming to the Swarm Stakers, and we'll get into a little of how that's going to work here too. I kind of want to get Scott on here too. Let me see if Scott wants to join. I think that'd be fun. Because we're using some of our tools to kind of target that airdrop in an interesting way. Let's see if he wants to come on. Okay. By the way, this is definitely where you guys who are listening on the Spaces side, when Wax up here, you're welcome to come up and chat. We'll give him a few minutes to we'll get through project updates and the very official stuff, but then let's get the conversation going. And so for you guys also on the video side, again, we're live on X on a Spaces, so hit up my account over there. Pull it up here. It's so gross. Yeah, over on the Hudah_idiot account, we got the Spaces cooking. Okay, did I drop the market in the chat? I don't think I did. So let's drop that there. I want a big win, dude. I've had some wins on PredictBase so far. I haven't had anything big. I want a big one to get to, go flex out there. So maybe it's the Buffalo Wing one. Probably not. Probably not. All right, let me make sure. Okay, one sec. Hang on. We're setting up the base for the live stream. Are they streaming on base somewhere?
I don't know. I thought they were going to come in your StreamYard like normal.
Yeah. All right. He made it. All right, let's do this thing. Well, he's gone. All right.
While you're doing that, while you're getting everything set up, can I just tell you all what since we're talking about WAC now, what my APY is currently on the WAC website staking? It's currently 712%.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Is that the highest it's been?
Well, I mean, it just went live yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But that's it. The spicy opportunities on the website thing.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about why. But
all right. We might be having some camera trouble. He's kind of in and out, so we'll still give that a few. Do you want to walk us? Should we dive into that now or wait for him to be here? Oh, he's here again. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I know you're playing with the camera. Here, let's see. I don't want to bring him up if he's not quite ready yet. Let me peek at our message. Okay, I'm just DMing him. Let's see. Let me think in the meantime what else. I think we're probably good to go in a second here. But dude, I want to start playing with Butler, right? Him messaging me in DMs on X. Like, look, I'm not going to the ACP site and playing with them that way. It's just funny how the interface matters. Just
it does.
Changes things for me.
And also people that did have money in their Butler wallet on the virtual site, you need to withdraw it. That was part of it. I don't know if everybody is paying attention. So if you had USDC or whatever in the Butler wallet, go withdraw it, and then you'll set it up on X. And man, I'm with you. Like I actually love the DMs back and forth. And I told, well, I've talked to people about like, man, it's so much better not seeing all the four phases of ACP happening, like going through evaluation phase and execute phase, all the phases. I'm like, I don't care about the back end stuff. Like that doesn't give me a good user experience, right? It feels clunky. So just having, a conversation leaps and bounds better,
Yep. All right. Good stuff here. We got Rajat here from WachAI. Give me okay, I see you there. We got it, dude. We're in. Locked in.
Hey,
Dude,
sir.
welcome. It's great to see you,
How are
man.
you?
There he is.
Yeah. How are you guys? Yeah, good to see you. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a
we're good.
pleasure to connect with the legends, right?
Yeah, dude, this is great. Like, I know you guys talk to cats plenty, and then we've had our conversations too here and then behind the scenes. We've never done it all three of us together, so this is a cool
Yeah.
moment. This is a
This is
real
first
cool
time.
moment.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
So we were gonna do this chit chat here because, well, something that I was telling the guys I was setting up a little ahead of time. Something that started, oh God, when 4 months ago, 5 months ago? When did you guys launch? How long has it been now?
Yeah, it's almost 3 months. We started on 25th June this year. Yeah.
Dude, why does it feel like double that time? It's like the crypto like time warp. Dude, I would
Yes.
have swore it was like March or something like that. You
Yeah.
guys have done so much in that period. That's part of it too. You guys have, like I was saying again before, it's like not a day goes by where there's not some kind of awesome update from you guys, even if it's just, a touch point and letting people know what you're doing. But you guys are always announcement after announcement, and then a partnership, and then a deal, and then an airdrop, and like always something. Again, I don't know how you do it, but GG's to you guys. You're absolutely crushing that stuff, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And so what we got here, and this is cool. Again, this is what we were, setting up months and months ago. When you guys went live, and I remember this was really, really splashy. Almost out of the gate, you announced that you guys were having a little token allocation, not even a little token allocation, a nice token allocation for the ACP, the Autonomous Hedge Fund members. And of course, the Swarm was one of those. We were in that initial ACP launch, and you had those other great ones, Axelrod, and you had Loki, and right, it's such a great crew. God, I wish that I haven't checked. I wish that cluster was like making tons of money right now, and I still think it will. Right, it has all that potential to do that. But it's just high quality projects. Anyway, airdrops that were going to be targeted to those guys, and here we are a few months later, and it's happening. It's happening, which is incredible. So I don't know if you want to explain the airdrop and what it is and how it's going to work, and I can add some color there too.
Yeah, sure. So the idea was like, I think we already discussed once, right? So how we can incentivize the community who are the early on the ACP basically, and who are the people like who are leading this race, because like early whoever is taking bet early. So this is quite important because there is a lot of risk associated with that. So we have to incentivize, and when as a platform, you have to grow together, right? So you cannot go alone, because ACP is like a kind of mechanism where like many agents cooperating each other with each other, and giving us the final result for a particular task. So the idea was how we, because incentivization is the key part, how we can bring the, so what I believe basically there is like, if you want to drive the attention, you cannot drive alone. You have to bring the OG people together, and because attention is the most important part. And the second is like what I believe, I was keep writing also, like attention and product indication and revenue. These are the three things like gonna to drive your token, because right with attention, like you got speculation. So due to this, like we think how we can call, because we were very very new. If you look like 3 months ago in the virtual ecosystem, we started a month back before launching. So we think like how we can drive the attention, product integration, and cooperation with our partners basically. And we should like, when people are giving us who are the old, even like who are like in terms of like projects as well, like who are the older than us, who are already fighting. So we are like we are gonna to collaborate with them. So this is our responsibility, because there is community backing them basically. So initially, because community is backing and taking bet, because if WachAI is here because of the community and people like who are supporting since first day. So that's the funda. Like every project we choose, like the community backed project, and a community must be incentivized who are working. And we are still working very hard to make it like very very nice rewards for everyone. I think people will hold for sure, because market is so bad nowadays. And you can see the rewards value may be low as of today, which actually also like I'm personally like figuring out how we can solve this, right? Reading a lot and discussing with people, even cats giving us a lot of feedback also. So we are working on that. Hopefully we will make very nice rewards, and everyone will be with us. Yeah.
Dude, so awesome. So I'm going to put this back on the screen here. And so what we're looking at for the airdrop, it's 0.5% of the, hang on, I'm sorry, dude. Hang on. There we go. Back. It's 0.5% of the token supply, which is a spicy drop. It's a big chunk of token. Targeting, correct me if I'm wrong here, but targeting, is it swarm stakers?
Yeah. This is especially for Swarm stakers, and it's completely the autonomy. I think you have like the people are behind the Swarm, so you guys also can figure it out. Like because there are a lot of different kind of participant when you are going away. If you look like so, Cat is has a very big role because he is supporting us since first day, and he's backing us since first day. So we should have the some kind of autonomy. So how we should, because it depends, like if you look for the staking as well, we started, it's depend on number of token and duration, right? So it depends on the share you are holding with your effort, yeah, with your staking as well. So we have to incentivize accordingly. Rest up to the team how they want, they can distribute in their way, because everyone is trying to do best, so they can do.
And let me peek too, because that's where this gets pretty fun, especially for us, where we can put some of our tools to use, and we have some interesting numbers to share off with it too. But with that airdrop, again, targeting swarm stakers, we're going to use the reputation metric for how that's targeted, right? I think here, and again, we'll get the official numbers out here. I think all swarm stakers are getting some, but there's a multiplier you get if you have a high reputation. So I'm assuming the A pluses, it might be double the amount of tokens that somebody's going to get if you're maybe a C. You might be if you're an F rank, and if you're an F, you're probably not a staker, but we'll just use the example. If you're an F, you might be getting maybe none, but if maybe there is some, and it's just much, much lower. And there should be a pretty drastic degree of difference, right, between A plus and F. So again, we get to put our tools to use and show people why it matters. And the why it matters, again, so interesting. We ran through some tests when we were working with Arbus, and still are working with Arbus, right? They have these airdrop campaigns going on all the time now. Our airdrop campaign did use the reputation metric too. You got a multiplier. Well, we found that people who had a high reputation when they got their token held them longer. It was noticeable, right? And we're talking like 2 times more people held their tokens as opposed to sold them. And this is something projects want, right? You're giving out these tokens and you assume some are going to get sold, right? If you have a way to make that a little less, you might want to take it, right? I mean, nobody wants everybody to sell, but again, it could happen. And it's one of those like GGs, they're your tokens, you do what you want. But if you can target people who have that history of holding, even better for you. And you might want to reward those people a little different way. So again, we're going to put out some of those really interesting numbers, but I believe it's like, the hold rate doubled. It was something drastic where I'm like, oh my God, seeing it in practice, it really does work. So we'll be doing this airdrop that way. Again, the higher your reputation, the more tokens you're getting. And it just gives you a little more confidence that some of those people are going to take that token, the WAC token, and they're going to stake it. They're just going to hold it. And I know a lot of our holders are in both of our tokens, and I know they're believers in you guys like I am too. So I would expect a lot of people are holding anyways, but I can't wait to see it go live. When is the airdrop date? Do you guys have that?
I think it should be in your wallet. You have to claim actually the wallet you have given to us. So I think you can go log in with that wallet in the virtual account, and you can claim. I think if there is not showing, then do let us know, please. We will work with virtual team. So yeah.
Okay, definitely. Really cool. Okay, so then that's on us to claim, and then we'll do that distribution again, targeting the highest IQ people for sure. Oh, I love it. Or reputation people. Dude, really, really freaking cool. Are there other projects that are also still getting that airdrop too? Again, I know Loki got it. Axelrod. Who else is in there?
Yeah. Actually, we automated with the token table earlier. So all are getting like they have to claim and distribute to their token holders, yes, takers, whatever they want to do. And one thing I would love to add here, whoever going to get the airdrop, especially I am here like just giving the advice for Swam stakers. Like you can just there is a very nice APY on the website is taking, because there is fixed reward pool and very less people are there, so you can also maximizing your rewards, right? So there is also an advantage which you can utilize. Just claim your airdrop and stake, put on a stake, let time work for you. Yeah.
Dude, this is
stealing my
awesome.
thunder.
Yeah, dude, hit us with it, Cats, because I didn't know. So yeah, tell me what we're looking at.
Okay. I had to share this, and I literally asked them in the team chat. I'm like, this can't be right. I'm like, this. So like, and it's increased since this morning. I got on this morning. There was 4 people on the leaderboard for the website staking. I was like, this is insane. Okay, if you all don't know, there are over 10,000 wallets with staked WAC on virtuals. 10,000. Now, 80% of the 8% for staking rewards goes to, and people have to go claim, but it goes to those 10,000 wallets. But if you take now WAC and stake it on the website, like nobody had that access before. This is brand new. So right now there's 16 people, right? Like I was telling Hudah, like coming into this, my APY right now, because I staked on the website, is over 700%. So like this is an opportunity. If you're a long-term believer and you're willing to stake, and like anything I claim, I'm staking. I already have a lot staked on the virtuals, but I'm competing against 10,000 people. So anything now that I get, I'm going for that other 20% of the, which is like 16 million tokens is how it boils down to. So 16 million tokens over this staking period are going to the people who stake on the website, and there just aren't many people paying attention to this. So it's a really spicy opportunity. If you want to put in, that's where I suggest to put in currently.
And there is also multiplier rewards. If you are staking for more than 120 days, your rewards also get multiplied. And the mechanism is kind of, we have like stated, you can see like the reward, like the people who are holding tokens, yes, taking tokens for the longer term, they are getting maximizing their rewards. But the people who are staking for the short term, they are actually decreasing their reward value, because it goes from lower to the people who are holding for short term to the long term. So the circulation goes from short term holders to long term holders. So we are rewarding long term holders more. Yeah, this is the type of mechanism. Yeah.
Man, really cool. Okay. I'm pretty sure we exclude our own wallets from the drop. I'm pretty sure, and I'm good with that if so, right? But like if I had it, that's the first thing I do. So if I'm not excluded, I'm staking it here, but I'm pretty sure I'm not getting them anyways. But guys, I mean, there's just, you bet on the good teams. You bet on the great teams, like over and over and over. I mean, I'll say it every show and all throughout the show. It's what you do. And it's a great way to bet on a team, tuck those tokens away. And look, a lot of guys like Vader preach that, right? We're not playing for these like 2x, right? Maybe we're playing for some big stuff here, because we've seen that's what this market gives us at those specific times. And it happens with these great teams, right? And I'm just giving you my personal advice. It's not financial. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying I would be betting on these guys right here, the WachAI team, and I would just tuck those tokens away and stake them and get the rewards from it too. I mean, you don't get any better than these guys. So
I do have one question. So on this, so again, I just mentioned there are over 10,000 wallets with staked WAC on virtuals. There are not 10,000 people actively engaged in virtuals right now. Let's just put it at that. So what happens to the unclaimed tokens? Are they just claimable for forever? I mean, it decreases the float. If people don't go claim them, it just decreases the float. So I mean, that actually is not a bad thing. I'm just curious long term.
Yeah. So I think we can think in future, right? The wallet who are not claiming, but as of today, the circulation already went into their wallet as per their betas. So they have to claim, otherwise these tokens going to be permanently, you can say, and out of the supply. And in future we will think of, because we should reward like more to the the people who are actively staking and claiming the tokens and taking the advantage. Yeah.
So just, and this is just Kat's opinion, and I haven't, just spitballing. To me, you have to leave them claimable the entire claiming period, which for staking, I think is like 2 years.
Yeah, 21 months. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
yeah.
Right. So, I mean, they should be claimable the entire staking period. But if we get to 21 months, I mean, you're 2 years into staking and never claimed. I feel like there's a chance, like, let's put out some announcements. Let's say, hey, this is your final warning. And then, redistribute those to the ones that did stake the whole time. I don't know. Just spitballing. But
I hear Cat's angling for more tokens. I like
correct.
it.
Yes.
I like it. Good man. Well, it makes sense. It does. Again, just really, really awesome. I'm curious too. What else you guys cooking? What are your most recent milestones and product updates? And also, what's coming here that you guys are looking forward to?
Yeah. So I think we are pretty good to go with the verification cluster inside the ACP. So I think it will be done within a week. So verification cluster means there will be a router who is basically finding the best agent to serve a particular task. Let's assume there is now currently we are verifying token verification. The second we are going to introduce, and which is already done with our testnet, which is smart contract verification. The third is prompt verification, which is quite important. If you see, jailbreaking is the most important threat for the AI agents. So we are going to include AI prompt verification as well. Maybe like agent giving us tasks through the Twitter prompt, because you can see the example how AIXVD was manipulated, how Eliza was manipulated through the Discord server. These are all chat interface. Like you can say these are all conversational agent. All have a similar risk. Like if you look in our beta, guardrail beta, we actually jailbroke $1 billion company, fully jailbroke. I will give you the demo someday because I don't want to reveal, because we are also still working. There are $2 billion company, and there are also well-funded company who has their conversational agent in the market be jailbroke completely. I can share the report internally, privately for you if you want. Yeah. So this is the potential. We jailbroke because we are also discussing few teams we updated earlier, like these kind of issues we already find out with your agent. Like you can see you can jailbreak the whole code, and you can just make clone. Yeah, and you can interrupt the web mechanism and all these kind of through the prompt injection. So most of the 99% agents are vulnerable currently. We tested with like Banker and all, like so Banker has some sort of guardrails already in place. That's the only agent we find out so far out of like 30-40 agent testing. This is going to come out. This is going to be huge. Every agent need a guardrail in future. This is our guardrail product independently, but as a verification cluster, we are also verifying token, we are also verifying smart contracts, which is going to serve inside the cluster. But one of the biggest thing which we are going to bring, where I'm going to put my all bets. This is like ERC 8004. So this is like Ethereum recently set up a DAI team, if you guys heard already, which is very important milestone for whole blockchain AI space, because there were no major players since yet only virtual was fighting for the Web3 and AI. Yeah, other were following only virtuals. Like if you see CreatorBit, they were just following virtual and all. They were not doing any innovation. So virtual was doing single-handedly. Now Ethereum is joining. That's a big news. And what we are doing, you can see how is correlating. Sometimes Universal also helps you. ERC 8004 is basically where you are managing the identity and accountability, ensuring the accountability, and ensuring this agent you can trust. Basically, it's kind of a ERC 8004 kind of a standard like ERC 20 where anyone can utilize. What as a come back AI provider, we actually providing like basically the evaluation. Like if agent is doing the right work, so our agent going to be evaluated. And if they want like agent, if you want to ensure agent going to be take a particular correct action, so they can verify, they can just ask for the token verification service, they can verify smart contract verification. So this is kind of Ethereum going to be take the bet on trust, we are going to take the bet on verification. So it's like a trust plus verification combined. And ERC 8004 is open source where we can combine and anyone can use in this world. Like there is a team like from Nethermind and KOS chain. These guys are like already built some MVP, and it's working. And it's work. The biggest thing is like earlier we were working for the even Web3 AI. Now we are going to provide the our trust and verification layer to the Google A2A. And if you guys heard recently, they incorporated X402, and they are open for crypto now. So as we are going to become a Google A2A trust and verification layer. That is our ultimate aim. Until then, we are not stopping. So this is our goal, and we are going all in with this bet, because we already have things in place. We already tested our verification cluster. It's just like global verification cluster. This is the currently, and which 90% part is done. We have just to incorporate ERC 8004. We are good to go to serve to the Google. So these kind of things are coming, like two important milestone going to be like uh, we are going to launch soon. That's why I said like people should have some patience. Currently like tokens is not doing good, but we are going to do everything right. Either it's like recently we one of the biggest news is Warden, which is a very big company. They actually buy our token verification services, pay as a paid customer. So they are like CoinGecko, Sentient Chat, like what big people also taking bet upon us, right? So we are going to do everything from the to drive the attention, to drive the product integration, to drive the product revenue. So all how they are basically going to drive the token value. If you are driving attention through the Twitter, Farcaster, and Chora, so you get noticed through the product integration. You are getting the validation from the revenue. We are going to buy back. So all three going to be work like together, and let's see how token goes in future.
Dude, it's so cool because we do need it. We need that level of safety and trust in ACP. Like we all were hoping it was way further along by now, but it doesn't get there until we have things like this in place. It can't scale that way because it'll break that quickly if things aren't safe and verified and trusted, right? And so things are actually happening probably at the pace they should be happening. I think this is happening very organically. So it's great to hear you building in like so many directions, man. Again, ACP focus still. I think a lot of people maybe have like pulled back a bit, and you guys know you're pushing that direction, and you're pushing outside crypto with the Google A2A, which is awesome. But like I said, even earlier, it's just all these partnerships here. There's the Warden protocol integration there. That's a massive protocol. It is. And so seeing you guys there, not surprised. It's great to see. And I'm just at this point expecting like the next major announcement and the next and the next. You guys just kind of don't stop. Congrats to you, man.
Can I give a degen interpretation of what was just said? And you can correct me if I'm wrong. Is that okay? So people, look at the infrastructure that is being built. All right. He just talked about jailbreaking a $2 billion company. So just like an ethical hacker, if you can go and prove that you are necessary to mega companies and that you are needed, all right, you go and prove that first, and then you say, pay me to be used, right? So now you are the necessary component for all these AI companies to ensure safety of millions and billions and whatever of users. And then you take that revenue and you buy back your token and lock it away. What do we think happens over the next year, 2 years, 5 years with WAC, right? This is why I'm bullish. These are the rails, the infrastructure that's being laid that you have to have in place before you focus on token price. Everyone's so short-sighted on token price. No, make yourself absolutely necessary, right? Like that's what WAC is doing. They are making themselves necessary to all of AI. This is not a virtual thing. This is not just Warden protocol. Now Google, they are making themselves the necessary infrastructure for AI. That is the vision.
Preach.
Right? Listen to what is being said. All right, I'm off my soapbox.
No, it's great. It's exactly that. It's show people the great product and why they need it, and it sells itself. And then as a degen, you get your exposure that way. It's a beautiful thing, dude. That was awesome. What's the latest with Hot or Not, or is that, did I get the name right? Hot or Not?
Yeah, this is correct. Yeah.
Dude, I just remember I just got Base app, so now I can. Right? Does that mean I can use this now, or could I already before?
You can do. You can start using immediately. Yeah, you can just search Hudah note in the search bar, and you will find the application there. And you can start just you have to connect your wallet, and you can just start swiping right and left.
And do you
So
have to have the base app access to get to that tool though, to your app?
yeah, I have. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I
can I
didn't know if,
show?
like, yeah, dude, show it. Yeah, if you can.
Yeah. Let me connect with my phone, so I will be able to share my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
the only
yeah,
downside with base app is it's only mobile. I mean, it's great for normal
yeah.
users, but it's
I'm
hard to
seeing
share on
videos
computer.
now.
Yeah, I've been swiping every day. I'm so upset though, Reject. I gotta confess, I missed a day on the weekend and my multiplier reset, and I'm so upset.
Oh,
Dude,
Oh, I
you
missed one day. Oh, like,
that's
oh,
but check it. Like, I didn't know this, but like Snapchat and there's all these games where if you miss a streak, you can pay to have the streak keep going. They could do something where you pay a little whack to keep the streak going, like, buy your oopsie.
oh, I like that.
There you go.
There you go. Next integration.
yeah. So we are going to, I think you can just search. I think I will share you the demo in the chat, like because currently my phone is might take some time to connect with my desktop. So that is the reason. Maybe some technical difficulties because earlier it was immediately I can connect there. I think maybe Cat, if you were able to connect, you can. So I think
What do I search though? Like, I just got base app access a couple weeks ago and I haven't used it. So how do I
you
find
have
it?
to you have to search Hudah note.
Yeah, search hot or not.
Okay.
It's
I'm
a mini app.
I'm probably just being dumb, but hot. Yeah, I'm searching in the wrong place because I'm not getting it. But it's totally me. I don't know my way around the app
You
yet.
can search Hudah note, and it will come on top. Search bar.
Yeah, I'm doing it and I don't see it. But again, I know it's me.
You can see. Can you see my screen? I think no. It will be
Here, we can
wrong.
try. Yeah, hang on, hot. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing it right. In the base app.
Yeah.
Okay, and I can go to the
Search
little-
bar on the top.
Yeah.
Search bar on the top.
there it is. Okay, cool.
There we go. Also, Virtual's just put out a post.
Oh, let's go check. Oh, okay, hang on. I got to get Far. Okay, I'm probably not going to do this now because I got to download.
Yeah,
Farcast.
No,
But-
we'll talk about it after, Huda. I'll help you.
That's perfect. All right, let's go peek at virtuals. By the way, guys, come up and chat if you want. If you want to chat WachAI, if you want to chat some virtual stuff, we'll keep going as long as people want to chat. But let's pull up virtuals.
Yeah. Before we do that, Rajat, was there anything else about WAC that we need to focus on before we, pull people up? We're going to bring people up for questions and stuff. If you're okay with that, if anybody's got questions.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Sorry, Virtual's just put out about how they're killing Genesis. So
Wow. All right, well, the guys, that is breaking. Yeah, breaking news. Are we ready? Do we want to do this yet? We're good.
as long as Rajat's good.
Yeah. You good? You want to get into it?
Yeah. Sorry. What did you say? Yeah.
Well, Katz was wondering if you had any final WachAI updates that you want to make sure people know about.
Yeah, sure. I think I already stated. Just want to ensure, like, because you see a lot of products coming in, right? So because this is the part of, like I mentioned, like how we can derive the attention. So we are building base app, base agent gonna to be shown live inside the. We are just waiting for the base team. So if they can feature us inside the base app, that would be great. So you can directly communicate with our agent inside the base app itself. You don't need to come outside. There is most important feature. You can just tag back AI on Twitter anywhere, and you can find the immediate verification report, because people are making decision, like people are posting CA on Twitter, right? CA and chart like this. And if you want to, because you are going to make the decision very fast, and but if you want to ensure that some kind of top parameters and top verification parameters, you can just tag back AI, see how is this token within 2 minutes, because the current rate limit constraint. Within 2 minutes you will get the verification report itself on Twitter, and you can make your own decision, because this is very important, because we are tracking 100 plus parameters. And yeah, this is the basically these kind of product, the stack of which gonna drive the attention. Please help us to drive the attention. And fundamental is guardrail gonna to kill, right? Because we are the only player who is building guardrail for Web3 AI currently. You can compare, right? Even we are very good to go with the Web2 AI as well, but we're first focusing on Web3 AI. And the second thing is going to be global verification cluster with ERC 8004. These are the two things going to make revenue, and these are the other products which going to derive the attention. So this is our plan basically in future. Yeah, feel
We're
free to ping
dominating.
me anytime. Yeah, and keep sharing whenever like live stream happening from Hudah and Cats. You guys can ask the question directly from them about WachAI also. So I will get to know from these guys. So I will be able to fix the things. Whatever the, please keep sharing the feedbacks. If it's it could be anything. You can share openly in our Telegram. You can openly share anywhere on Twitter, anywhere. And if you are facing any issue with this staking, please feel free to reach out. You can tag me. You can ping me. Feel free to reach out. Yeah.
Dude, awesome.
Thank you.
Always been
Yeah.
with the feedback, always open it, like what as open as you can be about anything. These guys have been great throughout. Man, make sure you're following them. It's whack_AI over on X. Just again, crushing it, dude. We're gonna get into the new Genesis stuff. We don't have a lot of details, but we're just gonna go and chat about their big old tweet they just put out there. You're welcome to hang if you want to chat with us about it. I tweeted out the spaces for people to join if they want. Goon, you should probably get your ass up here too. Let me see who else is there. Anybody who wants to chat this, come on up. And then Rajat, again, if you want to hang, you know, please hang. You can drop if you want to.
I would love to for some time. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the new update?
Here, I'll read this off. Here's the news. And again, I don't know that we're spending a ton on this, but because we don't have details. Here it is, though, from Virtual's protocol. They're killing Genesis to build a new world. Genesis is going bye-bye, guys. What began as an experiment and fair launch and open participation was powerful early on, but it can't scale to what's next. After listening to builders, virgins, and the data, the path forward is clear. Genesis ends here. A new launch model is coming, built for scale, built for the next wave of agents, built to last. Version points will provide an initial head start in the new world and will be phased out over the next 4 weeks. Points going bye-bye. Wow. The virtual holders, and that's virtual stakers, continue to gain strong ongoing benefits as the new model unfolds. Details coming soon. Get ready, boys. Get ready. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for, again, without specifics, but we did get some here. We got that Genesis is gone. We get that points are going bye-bye. Whatever's coming next, I don't know. I'm going to put out a little guess here. I think what's coming next is going to look a lot closer to what Aerodrome is doing. I think because it's a really interesting model, and I think it can just be copied, and then maybe Virtuals can tweak to make it their flavor of it. But how do you guys feel about the points going away and the Genesis as is going away?
Can I just say I called it? Like, I mean, whenever they put out the initial thing, I'm like, there's no mention of points. Like, how would even points play into this? So I am glad that they put a time frame on it, though, and didn't just say, oh, we're launching this next week and none of the points you have right now matter. It also makes sense because, like I said, points have been going down every day. And I'm like, is that just user engagement or is that them sunsetting it? Man, it's like I freaking called that. So, yeah. But I'm glad they put a 4-week timetable on it to get everybody, ready for that.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there is a time there. So points gone in 4 weeks, but that the platform is probably going to be here before that, the new version of it, right? They said that points will give you a head start, which means for me, like, right, I got an open support ticket for points. I lost like 100,000 points from, I think, a site glitch. And I was ready to say whatever, because I'm with Cats. I thought this was going to go away. I'm like, they probably won't matter. But they're saying points get you some kind of head start. And I'm assuming they're still going to get you in pre-sales, like at the get-go. I'm just guessing here. So, damn it, I want those points back. Again, I'll support these guys. Whatever they do at the very beginning, I'll be playing, right? I'm going to be in it. I'm going to be supporting. And I think, like most smart builders, you usually weight things in favor of the traders at the beginning. You need their attention. You want them winning, right? And so you make it super spicy for them, especially at the start. And so I'm thinking when this launches, I think it's just big opportunities for us here that are trading this stuff. So I want to be ready for it. The virtual stakers is where the play is going to be. That's what it sounds like here. And I was always hoping they'd go this direction. And look on the governance site, it's what most people ask for. Is probably the most requested thing. More utility, more things to do with our V virtual, right? We're staking. We're the biggest believers. And yes, the individual token stakers are believers too, but you know, I know the virtual stakers always felt that they should be taken care of first, and they have been in ways, but I have a feeling this new stuff will be driven through virtual stakers. So again, comparing it to Aerodrome, it's the Aerodrome stakers that really benefit here, right? They're voting on where to allocate their emissions to, right? It goes to an LP, right? It makes these tokens super liquid, gets people really incentivized to trade them. And then the trading fees then go back to the people who voted for that project. If Virtuals copies it, I think you got a winner right out of the gate there. I think you just copy Aerodrome again, put a little spin on it too. Find another little degen thing you can do, but there's something there. Yeah. If they just copied Aerodrome, just straight up copied it, is that enough for you guys?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, because I told you, I mean, I bought some Arrow, I staked it, I voted this week. Like I've been trying to figure it out, and I still don't fully understand all the mechanics. It's, to me, it's a little complicated, but that's just because, you know, everybody thinks virtuals is complicated at this point too, you know, and it's just one of those things. It's because I'm new and haven't fully dissected everything. So, but it does make sense to me. You have to find ways to provide liquidity, and get teams funded and all this stuff. It's a hard balance. And I do think Aerodrome's done a good job with it, obviously. So going in that direction makes sense. And I know like Virtuals is full of smart people. They'll have their own little spin on it too. So I'm excited.
Yeah. I get you mentioned, like I would love to add, like the major problem was like the liquidity with the team, right? If you look for the Genesis founders, right, they were dying within 2-3 months because of the liquidity. So because trading fee was not enough, right? You look like the devs be higher currently. It's like there is a lot of cost we are putting ourselves because we have some type of backing itself because we are running business since a long time. But if there is no liquidity, there is very difficult to hire and retain. There is a one famous quote like you have to keep money to convince the talent, and you have to keep the talent to convince the money. So these are the most important part. If we personally we have the money, we can scale to X from here. If additional support from here, so we can scale to X. We can go ahead with the 2X speed. Money matters a lot, right? To scale the things, because when you have the full clarity where you are going, where you are heading, basically. So this is need to be solved. I think money. One thing I'm looking from this update, like money, at least founder, because we were subscribed even on your show within 10 minutes. We had the opportunity. We can raise maybe $500,000, $1 million within first 1 hour. Yeah, the kind of support we got, but that was faded because of this mechanism. And now hoping for that. Yeah, personally, yeah, looking for that.
Raja, how do you feel? By the way, anybody on Spaces, just a heads up, we have WachAI over on the video side. And so, yeah, we are streaming video too over on the Swarm account. So peek over there if you want to see us too. But if you want to join the stage, just request to come up and you can come and chat with us. How do you feel? Like, do you want to see them address anything with like the taxes on trading? Right. Like, I think they have like a somewhat high fee on trades. And I've heard teams say that, right? That the tax is pretty darn high. Do you have any thoughts? Do you want to see them change that? Are you fine with how it's been?
Yeah. So I think taxes, it might hurt the traders, but I think until unless they are swapping, this is fine because at least teams are getting 70% of the revenue from that. I think if they are gonna to solve the liquidity issues, so I think they can also decrease the taxes as well. They can think about that because it will help also trader, because these are also ultimately gonna do better on us. So yeah, there should be some sort of balance, because in that scenario, if there is no liquidity and taxes is also very low and team is making very low, they can die faster than earlier. So there should be sort of balance, I think.
Yeah. I'm right there too. I'd like to see it lower just to see, right, the teams win a little more, and it does help traders a bit. And I want virtuals to get something too. I want to see them eat as well. They're the ones building the platform and really driving this thing. So, but yeah, I feel like there's room there for them to tweak. So of course, tweaking the launch style, tweaking the points. Well, I mean, they're more than tweaking it. They're blowing the points away. I'm trying to think what else. I want to see more community engagement, which they've been doing. Again, they've stepped up the community engagement. I want to see more of that. I'm selfishly just doing a show. I want to see them support the shows more. I don't think I've ever had a retweet from them, or I don't know if I've had a like on a show. I want to see that. I would love to see them supporting the content, because the content's what's serving this up in front of people beyond virtuals. So I'm begging them to support the shows, come on the shows, meet the community. I know they're starting to again on X, and they meet them that way. There's something so different face to face. There just is. There's something different getting to know these people. People getting to meet Don a few weeks back on the show. It's awesome. It just makes the people and the team more relatable. And when the changes come, sometimes it helps you understand them a little different. At least lets you know there's humans behind it too. And so I think doing that kind of stuff really moves the needle in a way that maybe you can't quantify it right now, but in the long run, it just builds that stronger community and foundation. So I want to see them step that up.
Yeah, if you remember, Huda, like we were discussing around the ACP launch, right? So what was the thing, right? We were discussing, it's happening same. If you can look the direction further, even one of the important update from the famous agent we got, like, so this is also very like something bad news, which I cannot reveal here because it's not in public domain. So, like ACP was also like immediate launch without proper testing, right? There should be some sort of test net we discussed earlier, right? So where like a lot of projects like OpenLedger and other multiple L1, L2s did the same. They were running test nets and they are going with the like best agent and in the market and with the perplexity, right? Do you know Facey, like how Facey is doing? Like they are competing with perplexity, right? Your agent is competing with perplexity. We have to compete with perplexity, Gemini and all. So you are bringing top teams, and with the testing, like 2-3 months testing, these guys are bringing things lot of faster and making pivot even more faster than. So this should not happen. There should be community backed, like, and there is, I think, gated things, right, around the founder, which I personally feel, because even like ACP, if you see it, ACP payment gateway is very smooth, which can compete with X402 and could be integrated with Google. So in that direction, you are getting full world, right? The kind of Cloudflare is also making like a stable coin. But I think there should be some sort of community and initiative. As you mentioned, like personally for the people who are like propelling the innovation across the globe through the live stream, Twitter and all, they should get some support grant and some mechanism. And as a founder, they should hear us. Actually, basically, they should have sort of kind of feedback, because we are also like a crack team in past, right? We know how market works. This is just liquidity. We are like crushing in between. Otherwise, we can do much bigger than from here as well. Yeah.
Dude, right on. Katz, I'll toss it to you if you have any final thoughts just on, again, the announcement, what you're hoping to see, just general feels about that update from them.
I mean, to be determined, right? We need details, but I'm excited for change. Like, obviously, we've all been talking about this, and just beating it over and over. Like, Genesis died a while ago, and V2 only made it worse, right? And so all the liquidity is gone. And so you've got to come up with a new system to bring back volume, just bluntly, to the ecosystem. And so hopefully they figured out a way to do that. I have faith in the team. That's why I'm still here, right? Like, I have faith in this ecosystem. I think they're going to crush it. Virtuals is not dead, but Genesis was. So now they officially killed it. I kind of love it. And not going to lie, I love the video too. Like,
Yeah.
let's red pill this thing. Let's go.
That's awesome. Hey man, if they had that losing streak, they always end up, they just make such good decisions so often still. And I just got a gut feeling this is going to be one of those, like, big decision, moves the needle, gives us the kick in the ass that it needed, and gets us back to the best times of virtuals. And I'm a betting man. I think the best is not behind us. I think we're still looking forward to it. And so I'm ready, boys. Let's get to this new virtuals, whatever it is. It's not Genesis V3 no more. It's the new, what is it? What are we going to actually? I'll tell you guys behind the scenes what I think they're going to call it. Maybe I got a feeling how they'll market this thing, but we'll wait and see. Rajat, thank you for coming on, man, dude. Always a pleasure catching up with you and getting to chat through stuff. And let's throw up the socials, do our shills one more time. But yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you for inviting us, Huda, and always supporting. And thank you, Kat. Like, you are always giving feedback, supporting us a lot. We are like here, even like you guys have very important role, because you are propelling our vision across the Twitter and across the socials and defending events. I see like you guys also defending and creating a good impact around the team and giving us a lot of motivation personally, genuinely saying. Even the way you were talking, both were talking today, so it giving me goosebumps inside. Like, we have to deliver a lot, right? These kind of feeling. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Dude, yes, I love it.
Thank
And also
you.
thank you for the airdrop, man. It's pretty sweet. Thank you. Guys, make sure you follow them. It's whack_AI over on X. Thank you to our sponsor of the Friday show. It's PredictBase. Make sure to give them a follow at PredictBase. Go check out their markets. You can bet on the market I launched today. Chicken wings, boneless, bone in. What's your pick? I got mine. Follow them. You can follow me at Hudah_idiot over on X. Follow the Swarm_AI. Most importantly here, follow SlamAI_XYZ and head to the website. We big launches coming, guys. The Slam token's coming. The Slam platform is coming. The data is coming in a way you haven't seen before. You can get a little sneak peek at it here and check out the white paper, and then go subscribe to CryptoSlam over on YouTube. We do this live every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, guys. And so we'll be back next week with more updates, more shows. Did I put you up on here, Cats? Did I skip? Hang on. This is not right. Hang on. Our boy Cats Fanatic.
Yeah, there you go.
Legend. Give him a follow as well. Awesome content all the freaking time. Video breakdowns, great threads. Cats, just the GOAT. Love having you on again, Cats. Let's do it again.
Every Friday. Love it.
Every
Let's
freaking
go.
Friday. Guys, have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Goodbye.
Thank you, Huda. Thank you, kids.